Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all for today's talks. And we have today interesting speakers, two speakers on the theme. One from practical approach, and the another one is again with the entrepreneurship involved. But both have worked extensively in water and environment. So I think it will be interesting to listen to it. I would like to invite Dr. Indramani to welcome the audience and the speakers.
Thank you very much, Dr. Syed, Professor Gajendra Singh, Dr. Syed, and all other, experts who are available here. And we have two speakers, Chandrashekar ji and Ravi Pratap Singh ji. A very warm welcome to today's webinar. We all know that yesterday this was first day, and Dr. Sidhu and Dr. Rajput made a very good presentation. And today again, almost a similar line with different experiences, mechanization in regenerative agriculture by Chandrashekar ji, and water green entrepreneurs and environmental conservation by Ravi Pratap ji. So once again, welcome you all, and I request Dr. Syed to go ahead with the proceeding, and we can invite Chandrashekar ji for the first presentation. Dr. Syed Ismail.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Indramani. Without your help, this would not have happened, the whole webinar series. Thank you, Indramani. I would like to request Dr. Viswanathan to introduce Chandrasekhar, please.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to introduce Krishi Ratna Sri Chandrashekar Hari Badsavle. He is son of late Sri Hari D. Badsavle, a freedom fighter. He graduated with the BSc in 1970 from Kongan Krishi Vidyapith Dapoli and Master of Science in Food Technology in 1972 from University of California, Davis, USA. He is the founder, managing trustee of Saguna Rural Foundation, Daivali, Raigad District, Maharashtra. In their 55 acres of cultivation, 10 acres are under 6 earthen ponds for aquaculture, 15 acres for agroforestry, 10 acres for horticulture crops, 15 acres for field crops, and 5 acres for cattle ponds. Vermicomposting and activated slurry are inclusive in this. All of this is integrated with tourism without losing land under cultivation to make a perfect example of agro-tourism. Saguna regenerative technique, a conservation agriculture and zero tillage method. Saguna 1 Samvardhan technique, prevention of forest fires and regeneration of degraded hills and wastelands are the two techniques he has developed and popularizing. He has traveled to different countries like Australia, Kenya, Nepal, Israel, etc., many countries for agriculture and tourism lectures, conferences, and study. On 14th of this month, he will be delivering a talk on regenerative agricultural practices at headquarters of the World Bank, Washington, D.C. in USA. He has shared the link and invited all of us to join for his talk. He is member in many professional societies. He has been honored and awarded with many national and international organizations by Dr. Norman E. Borlaug Innovative Farmer Award, Vande Kisan, Krishi Ratna, Earth Care Award, Krishi Bhushan. Like this, many awards he has been event. Today he is available with us to share his experiences, how mechanization is useful in regenerative agriculture. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so
Sir, you are muted.
Sorry. Thank you. You can stop sharing. Thank you.
all right.
Please, you can start now. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that all of you engineers, you have accepted me. I'm a farmer, plus, of course, innovative farmer. And then what we are doing is something about a regenerative agriculture. My team is working on the regenerative agriculture, which is a very important key issue of the globe today. And this is why I will be going to America on the 11th of April, where actually I'm invited by Global Farmer Network to define, to make a farmer's declaration. We are 8 of us from all over the world. I'm from Asia. I'm representing Asia and basically rice-based farming system. So we will be defining what is regenerative agriculture, the principles of regenerative agriculture, and the techniques that are working in regenerative agriculture. And it will be made as a farmer's declaration by Global Farmer Network organization. Anyway, as I was introduced, I passed my graduation in 1970 from Dapoli Krishi College. It was not a university then, but in 1970 I went to UC Davis, where I met our leader Gajendra Singh, and that's where I finished my food technology. Then I was working at several places. My last job in America was to design prefabricated potato chips, that is Pringles. And Pringles in 1974-75 was the requirement of American president. And my company, my team had already reached the point. My roommate one day asked me over a dinner that all Indians who come to America, they never go back to their own country, India. That is your country no good for going back after all that education? Being son of a freedom fighter, I could not answer that question. Next day morning, I resigned my job, and within 15 days, I came back. So since 1976, I'm a farmer. And me and my family, we survive only on the farming. So agrotourism, Krishi Paryatan, was born on our farm in 1985. That was a big step in my life, in the family's life, where we could get confidence, happiness of and enjoy the life of a farmer. Because that's the time I found out that human being require, we say, 3 things: food, shelter, and clothing. But I found out that is the 4th thing that is more important, that is recognition, dignity. Farmers don't get it. But through agrotourism, I started getting dignity. And this is how. So all my 3 children studied in Western world, worked in the Western world, and now they have all come back. My son came back from Switzerland in 2006. And from 2007, I started putting all my attention into agriculture again, which is my passion. So we have a team under a group called Saguna Rural Foundation. Anil, who I just introduced you in the beginning, Anil is a graduate of Dapoli, but we have a team, and we found out after persistent efforts of almost 10-15 years, in 2011, we found this one field in our 36 plots that without plowing, without puddling, and without transplanting, my rice crop was better than all other crops. So this was the birth of no-till conservation agriculture. Now we know that it is regenerative agriculture method for rice-based farming system. And in my opinion, till that time, it was not found out by anybody that rice can be cultivated without tillage, without puddling, without transplanting. And then we started getting many good results. So I would like to show you my presentation, and through the presentation, I will take you all, hand hold you all. And in fact, I know you all are engineers here. And at the end, I'm going to show you that regenerative agriculture, which is especially in case of rice-based farming system, the appropriate mechanization is very important, because now we know that good old style of farming, where plowing, puddling, and transplanting rice and then many other crops is just not feasible. It's not good. It is causing a lot of problems. And this is where now I'm showing you. This is the first slide, where this. So this is how, on the left hand side, this is how my farm looked like when I came in 1976. And this,
I think your presentation, sorry, your presentation is gone now. Again, you stopped sharing. You have to share again, please.
okay, let's see. Can you see this now?
No.
No.
Okay, just a second. We are trying. Okay, can you see it now?
No.
Yes.
Okay,
Go ahead.
the next.
Yes.
So in this slide, can you see this now?
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so on the left hand side, this is how my farm looked like, and on the right hand side, this the present, how it looks like. The picture on the left hand side, which was taken in 1976, it was taken by a through the lens SLR camera, and the one on the right hand side is taken by drone. So you can see the big difference. This big difference has come from persistent efforts of regenerating the soil. I could see in 1976, when we were cultivating rice, I could see a lot of erosion from soil, and whatever amount of efforts I could take, including addition of fertilizers in my field, it was not enough. The crops were really poor and productivity was bad. Absolutely no profit. So this change has come forth through, now see, in today's condition, we have got 5 different activities: aquaculture, horticulture, field crops, dairy, and agroforestry. And these 5 activities are integrated with agrotourism. I being pioneer of agrotourism in India, that was in 1985. Anyway, so the change of positivity has come from improving the soil health. And this is the change that is come from our regenerative method of farming. We have named it as SRT, Saguna Regenerative Technique. And I will slowly unfold what it is, and I will explain you what is the definition. But you can see our traditional plot, which is my next door neighbor. His soil looks like this, whereas after 3 years, 6 years, 8 years, and 10 years, this is how the change in that type of soil has taken place. The soil has become healthy, and that is the benefit of regenerative agriculture. Actually, this is how it looks from all our 40 plots now, that the soil is rich, moist, the bulk density is reduced, water infiltration has improved. So these are all the effects that have come forth, especially you know that it was Japan and America who tried to introduce earthworms in rice cultivation, but they were not successful. But as soon as SRT was born on my farm in 2011. And when it was taken to other farmers, gradually, today there are more than 10,000 farmers across Maharashtra's 8 agroclimatic zones who are performing SRT. But rice-based farming system, I would say about 2,500 farmers are using SRT for rice cultivation. And all of them are saying we have got earthworms in our paddy field. So earthworms, along with earthworms, this is the biggest change that we have seen, that the biodiversity at Sagonabag was measured by 3 zoologists in 365 days. And this is what they found out. 57 species of spiders, 70 species of butterflies, 120 species of birds, and there are many amphibians and reptiles. But when I came, that first picture I showed you the collage, the farm, how it was degraded in 1976, I could see barely 10 to 15 different types of birds, and then nothing else. That was it. But today's condition, the change, because of the change in the soil health, which I will slowly unfold, but this is the biggest thing that we can see. This is the visible biodiversity. Invisible biodiversity, which is microscopic, microbial, rhizosphere biodiversity in the soil, is something amazing. Anyway, next picture. The biggest thing that we are able to demonstrate, that farmer becomes happy. This on the left hand side, this farmer, as you can see, a typical farmer from Konkan region of Maharashtra. He is worried. Of course, all farmers in Maharashtra are under tension, and you must have heard that farmers are in Maharashtra, they are all known. The story, it's unfortunate that they do commit suicides in large number. But this story has changed as soon as the farmers adopt SRT. The happiness of the farmer, which I talk about all over the world because we have performed a lot of information. See, SRT's biggest thing, the crop resilience, the crop stand is something fantastic. Whether it is a farmer in Pune district, or it's a rice or wheat or any other crop. So like, see, you can see bajra now or cotton. All crops are something fantastic change that we are able to demonstrate in case of SRT farmer adopting this SRT technique. We have performed a little bit of some data collection on comparative costs and yields. This is
Shekhar, can you say something about SRT just in brief for
yeah.
people?
I'm coming to that in next 4 or 5 slides. But
Okay.
let me go by with my flow because otherwise I will get confused. How much time do I have?
Go ahead, you go ahead.
Okay, fine. So in the table you can see, I can provide you all this information whenever you need it little later, but you can see the reduction of cost in every crop from 29% to 17, 38, 40, reduction of cost of production and increase in the yield. So doubling of farmers' income in any crop by SRT method is quite achievable. But this is something that our biggest enemy, we found out that plowing the land is the biggest enemy of our farming business, the land and the environment, because this burns our carbon. But this is a big myth that farmers believe that if they keep the land plowed and heat it, solarize it in the sun, the productivity will go up. But whatever we have arrived that the soils are degraded, and then farmers are blamed for that they use a lot of chemicals and fertilizers. So that's some big myth. The tillage is our biggest enemy, and this is what we found out, and we believe that Albert Einstein also believes the same thing. Albert Einstein, if you remember, is a very typical quote that he says, if we want to solve complex problem, we need to go on different path and not go on the same path which created that problem in the first place. So tillage is our enemy, and we need to rethink, and that is the main key to regenerative method of farming, which is the need of the globe. And we know ploughing is degenerative, not ploughing is regenerative. Ploughing emits the carbon and water vapor, whereas no-till farming fixes carbon and water. So this is where our definition of Saguna regenerative technique. It is a zero-till conservation method of farming which does not cause atrocity of tillage. Tillage is atrocity according to us. Completely stops soil erosion, enhances microbial and earthworm activity, increases organic carbon of the soil, considerably increases productivity of the land and crop resilience, and added effect of amazing happiness and confidence to the farmer. So there are several things. We stop tillage, soil erosion is reduced or it is completely stopped, organic carbon goes up, it increases the productivity and crop resilience, and the most importantly, as I told you earlier, that farmer becomes happy and confident. So we will go the next here. So this is basically Saguna regenerative technique, SRT, and we are coming to the protocol where I will start explaining what was the mechanization and how we are making the improvement. But we performed 3 short experiments, which I'm not going to show you the videos. But in this the first slide, you can see the soil aggregation is improved because of no-till regenerative method of farming, where the soil particles hold even in the flood, whereas soil particles give up and they start flowing there. So this is the first experiment. Second experiment, the water infiltration or water drainage is improved in case of SRT regenerative, whereas soil erosion, surface flow, surface runoff is triggered and all the good soil is washed away. And in the third experiment, water percolation increases, water infiltration, water percolation, which is our today's very important issue of our webinar, plus the global issue is water infiltration and no soil erosion and soil productivity. So this is the result. We have got several farmers, a few dozen farmers are saying that our well water has increased because of using SRT around the well. Now this is a farmer from Buldhana, which is typically drought prone area. This picture was taken in the year 2022, which was a low rainfall year in Buldhana. Basically, that place itself is low rainfall. So only because this farmer grew 17 acres of cotton by SRT method, he said in his last 55 years of life, he has never seen his well overflow. So water infiltration and recharging of aquifers is one of the biggest fringe benefit of SRT. So you can see in the next picture, this is our protocol. So the SRT, as I told you, was born in 2011. From 2011 till 2023-24, this is the protocol which was the base of by all the farmers which was used. So we make permanent raised beds for which we plow the land only once. Then we were using this SRT frame. So 2 people would impact this tool and make 20 holes in which manually the seed was being put by 2 people, and then one spray of pre-emergent selective weedicide, and we were giving fertilizer only once. And the crop resilience, the crop stand was excellent. So this is the protocol that we use for 12 years. But there is, and then for last 10 years, I was looking for mechanization because this was good for smallholder farmer. So this machine, this small machine, we could see in the Kisan exhibition at Pune, which was shown by few companies, especially this Padcrop, Padgilwar Agriculture Equipment people, this company, they showed us this machine. This is called hand push seeder. And this machine was our first improved mechanization of SRT. But now we have got, fortunately, so last 8 years, I was going door to door asking for help. Some mechanical companies, some mechanization companies should help me design my seed sowing operation. But everybody kept asking me, how many thousand machines do you want to order? And I was a poor farmer. I was an innovative farmer. I had no machine. I had no money to support my team. And they were asking me some questions like this, which was big humiliation by all the mechanical agricultural machinery companies. But there came one scientist who retired from DRDO, that is Defense Research Organization, from Hyderabad. I think that farmer has joined our webinar today. He was working. He worked for torpedoes and submarines, but then now after retirement he has decided to save mankind rather than killing mankind by helping us. So I will show you that machine, which is our, so this is the machine. So he has named it SRT Zebu. So as you can see, this machine came handy for seed sowing operation, and seed sowing operation made easy in the no-till land. You can see this is the no-till land, and this machine is working fantastic. Of course, this machine is only 1 year old, and we are now, he is being held by NABARD Hyderabad, Selco Foundation of Karnataka, this Bengaluru, and at 5 different locations. In this Kharif, we will run the multi-location trials. So the biggest advantage you can see in case of rice, for first 50 days, we needed 35 man days with our first protocol of SRT, which was used for 12 years, from 35 man days to 10 man days. And then we developed this connecting 3 hand push seeders, which reduced the man days from 10 man days to 3 man days. And now with the Zebu, it's only 1 or half person. So we can reduce this mechanization operation. So this machine, which is developed by this company, the same machine can do 6 operations. This is developed at this machine is going to do harvesting, seed sowing, spraying, mulching, repairing of the trenches, and so on. The 6 operations will be done by this machine. This is a battery operated machine, and the cost of operating machine is reduced tremendously. Rather than plus, we will not be burning the diesel to do the, of course, this machine especially is designed for smallholder farmers. And in fact, the initial discussion before we started the webinar, I heard that you would like to invite some people for your webinar, and I would suggest to invite Mr. Venkat Malela from Hyderabad for your meeting sometime later, as to how he is helping us working with the farmers and developing the machine for the modern thinking, for that we need to help the small scale farmers, and that too by regenerative method of farming, no-till farming or minimum tillage farming. And this will bring in the big revolution. Thank you very much for inviting me, Dr. Ismail, Dr. Gajendra Singh, and Dr. Vishwanathan ji. So I would like to be your friend. I want to get help from all of your expertise in developing our work further. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Chandrasekhar, it's a very interesting topic because yesterday we had about conservation agriculture that also talks about no tillage. And I remember for 40 years back, Gajan Singh also found out that tillage doesn't help. Actually, this is the real part. And I think we have been all talking about this sale of tillers. We studied about plows, everything. Now, this topic is very interesting to the heart. So I will ask a couple of questions, maybe I can allow right now. Then afterwards, we'll have the detail. Anybody has any question can ask on this particular SRT technique or anything else specific, please
Yeah.
raise your hand.
Hi.
The browser is muted. Professor Gajendra Singh is muted.
And that's okay. Okay. Now,
He
anybody
wanted-
want, you can raise your hand. Yes, please. Yeah, Venkatraman, can you please ask your question?
Yeah. So, no, yes, very interesting. Dr. Chandrashekar, I'm a UC Davis alumni myself, and so it's really great to see the work that you're carrying out and very inspired. It's early in the morning for me, but really enjoyed this talk. But I was curious about, you mentioned the agro-tourism aspect of it. Can you expand a little bit more on that and how you're trying to promote that along with the SRT and other interesting stuff that you're doing?
Yeah, agrotourism we define as an activity organized by farmer himself on his active farm, where leisure learning and fun is combined together. So we have 5 activities, and our city brothers and sisters don't know where the groundnut comes from, how the milk is produced, or what is the difference between an avocado plant and a mango tree, or a cashew plant and a mango, or that of fruit-laden jackfruit tree. It looks so beautiful to just stand by next to it. But we give a unique ride in the whole world. We call it WB ride. And I'm sure, I hope, Dr. Venkatramanna, when you come to my farm next time, visit, we are close to Mumbai. I would like you to take that ride. WB ride stands for Water Buffalo Ride. So we put the buffalo in the water in the fish pond, and we let you sit on the buffalo, and we make the buffalo to gush in the water, and you enjoy the thrill. So anyway, see, the most important thing, as I told you, that human being need recognition and the dignity as the 4th major requirement. And that dignity can come when when a farmer shares his hard-earned experience with his fellow brothers and sisters from city. He gets dignity, he or she gets dignity. So this is how, see, my son, I came back from UC Davis. I came back from America in 1976. But my son, who studied in Switzerland, he also came back. My daughter, who is a veterinary ophthalmic surgeon, got license from America, worked in Melbourne for 10 years. She also came back. That all happened because there is a hope of dignity for our next generation. And you all must be knowing, farmers are getting old. It's the biggest global concern. To attract able youth into farming, agrotourism is a beautiful win-win solution.
Thank you. Thank you, Sensei. A quick question. Okay, Barua Sab, you can ask this short question.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Chandrashekar ji. This is really nice. I am Devendra from Assam, Tezpur. Just I want to know, you are showing the cost reduction. Cost of cultivation is reduced, and then what is attributing factors there? Is it that only the tillage that you are showing SRT, and what about the other inputs? How you are, receiving, this reduction of cost? If you can quickly answer to it.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, I will try to answer this question. See, when we stop tillage, we have to manage the weeds. We don't say control the weeds, because weeds are very important in improving the soil fertility. soil fertility is improved because of the microbial biodiversity in the soil. Only weeds can bring that biodiversity of the microorganisms in the soil. So if we stop tillage, we have to use a protocol of weedicides. So weedicides, so for example, in case of rice, Assam and Raigad district of where I come from, we both have similar situation that rice is our main crop and rainfall is huge. So in this situation, if we want to stop tillage, we have to manage the weeds competing with rice, and that can be done effectively by using the proper protocol of use of weedicides, which is recommended by the science, which is recommended by the universities, and the chemicals that are available in the market, which are certified by our national system, not only in India, but all the developed world such as Israel, America, Australia, Japan, and so on. So if we use weedicides, the weeds are managed, they get killed in situ, and then they die in situ and produce organic carbon, which is used, which is helped to attract earthworms and to attract microorganisms. So tillage operations, plowing, rotavator, puddling, hoeing, and hand weeding, all these contribute to almost 30% plus minus 5%. So 25 to 35% cost of production in all the crops, whether it is rice, soybean, maize, or cotton. And then the dependency on the labor is becoming tremendous. Is a big problem in Maharashtra. I don't know how it is in Assam, but in Maharashtra, availability of labor for hand weeding and many other operations is become a very limiting factor now. So we have to make the most important thing, any technology must put their first objective as happiness of the farmer. And the farmer must become tension free. He should not have tension. She should not have a tension. And today's methodology, today's protocols, today's technologies that are available, whatever is resultant, the farmer is going into such a tense condition that the eventual thing, the final resultant is that the farmers are committing suicide. So we need to stop that as early as possible. And this is possible by reducing cost of production. Reducing cost of production is possible by reducing the tillage. So this, I wonder if I answer your question.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. I saw Dr. Ingersoll raise his hand shortly. A quick question, then Dr. Gajan Singh. Two persons are there. Dr. Ingersoll?
They have to unmute.
Thank you very much, sir. First of all, thank you for this opportunity. Wonderful presentation by Mr. Chandrashekar. I been to Savuna farm. I think it's from NABARD we have our family. We had a kind of a get together in your farm. So quick question is that if the farm is very close by to the nearby metro city or whatever it is, then I think it makes little more kind of what you call the income generating. If it is slightly far away, will it be a kind of a viable proposition? That is the question.
Okay, so you are referring to agrotourism.
Yes.
Yes, agrotourism. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, agrotourism, according to me, every farmer of this country can become a center of agrotourism. In case of agrotourism, money is not important. It is the dignity. The dignified people from city should come to me, farmer, and put their hand on my shoulder and say, Shekhar, you are doing good work. That is much bigger gain of a farmer than the money itself. And take it from me, we have done it and we can talk hours together. But anyway,
thank you.
Why I'm saying that even an interior farmer, way inside, can become an agrotourism center. You know that people from developed world, they go to the desert of Rajasthan. They go to Himalayas, where it is a killing cold situation and very dangerous. Still they go there. Similarly, if there is a shadi, if there is a wedding in a way inside into the interiors of at a farmer's place, a poor farmer's place, people gather to at his place. So that means there has to be some attraction, and that attraction can be developed, that skill can be developed in case of every farmer, because the farmer's biggest asset is his hard-earned experience about nature and food production.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think
Dr. Gajan
I
Singh,
was looking for the viability, but anyway, we have been working in ecotourism projects in Samrajnagar and some hilly tribal areas also. I want your message to spread. Thank you very much. It was in fact a provoking question, not really the economic question. Thank you.
No, excellent. Excellent. Dr. Ingersoll is the CGM of NABARD now. He's a very good close friend of ours. It will be done. Dr. Gajan Singh, please.
He has to unmute.
Dr. Gajan Singh, you have to unmute. Yes, you can. Oh. You have to unmute, Dr. Gajan Singh.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Shekhar, thank you very much. Excellent presentation. I have a request. You and Dr. Indramani, who is the Vice Chancellor, okay? Maybe Dr. Indramani should find a village near his university where some of this SRT technique can be applied. And so it will help spread your technology. Indramani, will that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
So I don't.
Only thing
I'm
is
so happy
that,
that Shekhar made it to give you a seminar, join our webinar. I'm extremely happy with that. But let's make it a little more practical, spreading it into other regions of Maharashtra.
That's true. That's true. Only thing is, that area where he's doing is rice growing area, and the Marathwada is not a rice growing area, and we have not that sufficient water. Our total rainfall is 750 mm. So,
But his technique is applicable to all crops.
For other crops, we will take it up.
Yeah, so his technique is not restricted to rice.
Definitely.
He showed cotton and so many other things. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We will. I will just get in touch with him, and I will get the machine what he is showing, and those actually different models are available. This at least that sewing machine is available in other institutions also. But whole technique is need to be popularized where we can reduce the cost by reducing the expenditure on tillage, weeding, and all. That what.
Well, Shekhar can provide kind of internship to some farmers to visit and stay at his farm for a few days and learn these things and then do it on their own farm.
And very important thing is agri-tourism, sir. Maharashtra is the first state which has basically, this brought agri-tourism under, the legal permission has been given, and lot of work. 300 plus agri-tourism centers are working. And we have also planned in our university to, have a registered agri-tourism center, because I showed you that along the track of railway line for 5 kilometers, we have planted 250 plants of different species, and in the inner farm we have a deer farm also. So we want to have this agri-tourism here in our university also, and for that we would like to invite Shekharji here in Parbhani.
I think Harminder should say something. Harminder, we found so much support for your conservation agriculture.
Go ahead.
Sir, shall I
Yeah.
add one point?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr.
Before
Sir. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm working very closely with Chandrashekar ji, and beyond rice, especially in Maharashtra, there is one project called Pokra 1, and through that project, Chandrashekar ji's SRT has reached especially Jalna district in a big way, especially cotton farmers and many other drought-prone areas. He has reached through Pokra project, and now Pokra 2, World Bank funded project, is about to start. And that would be really a good idea for Parbhani Agriculture University to engage with Chandrashekar ji, identify few villages and make it a big success through his guidance and engagement. And it's a great work because I have invited him couple of times to Nagpur and few other areas, and I have been to his farm multiple times. A wonderful job he has done, and he is known in the Maharashtra, especially with the government of Maharashtra Agriculture Department. And Dr. Indramani, I tell you, he would be the like gem of a person for you to take this forward. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I think we'll because we are going short of time for the next presentation also. I will just take from Harminder came and raised his hand. So 1 minute for you, then we go to the next speaker.
Even less than 1 minute. Like
Yeah.
I also know Chandrashekar Badsavle like since long, and he visited me also many times in PAU, and I also visited his farm, Shagunabad, and that is what simply I want to add, that yes, conservation agriculture has a place, and it is now even like proven at many point. Only thing is we need to add a mechanized solution for a smallholder. That is my thing. The rest is thank you. Less than
Thank
1
you.
minute, sir.
Thank you. No problem. Thank you. Because we have another speaker. We'll take questions after the next speaker also over. So I would like to request Dr. Viswanathan to introduce the next speaker.
Thank you, sir. Again, my pleasure to introduce Engineer Ravi Pratap Singh. Engineer Ravi Pratap Singh has more than 33 years of work experience at international, national, and grassroots level, of which 25 years in leadership positions. Strategic thinking and planning, innovative solutions through participatory approaches, and public policy analysis and innovations are at the core of his work. His education includes B.Tech Agricultural Engineering from Jawaharlal Nehru Krishi Viswavidyalaya, Jabalpur, Master of Engineering in Soil and Water Conservation Engineering from College of Technology and Engineering, Udaipur, a fellowship program from Aga Khan Foundation, Canada on International Development Management, Leadership Development Program from the Institute of Asian Studies, Chulalongkorn University, Bangkok, Thailand, and a program on public policy analysis and innovations from the London School of Economics and Political Sciences. He has developed and mentored
I think it's a problem of connectivity probably. He is off. So I think I would request Ravi Pratap to take on the floor and go ahead and complete the rest of the things, please. Ravi Pratap, you can share your screen.
But I need the other screen to go off.
Yes.
So Dr. Vishwanathan has to take it off.
Let me call him.
Yeah, now.
It's okay now. Yeah.
I hope you all are able to see the screen.
Yes, it's loading up. Yes. Yes, we
Okay.
have. Please go ahead.
Okay, great. So thank you very much, Dr. Dr. Sayed Smile and other senior agricultural engineers, enthusiasts, um, and so on, for giving me this opportunity to share my experience in the water sector. Um, as I was telling informally to Dr. Sayed Smile in the beginning, that I did my agricultural engineering in 1989 and 90 when I finished my master's in soil and water conservation engineering. And after that, I did not have any direct uh, work professionally in the soil and water conservation or agricultural engineering sector, except the fact that I brought those ideas into the regular development work, which is for larger human development, poverty eradication programs, in which I have been engaged for last 30 plus years. So my presentation is primarily around um, making something, um, converting into reality, as Dr. Chandrashekar was talking about, that he made it a reality to make regenerative agriculture successful. Now, if we talk about agriculture graduates or agricultural engineers, which I'm more acquainted with. Dr. Indramani perhaps would be able to endorse, but I think the Indian Society of Agricultural Engineers has around 6,000 plus members right now, which means that those are the active agricultural engineers in India. Now, if we are talking about resolving the problem of water in the Indo-Gangetic plains, 6,000 people uh, can't bring that change. So we need much larger number of people. How do we bring those large number of people getting involved in this work is only possible when we are able to convert the rural youth into green entrepreneurs who will not just conserve the water, who will not just who will not only enhance the water use efficiency, but also contribute to larger environmental conservation. So the context in which I'm talking about this whole work means you all are aware about this, is that 70% of the fresh water globally is used by the agriculture. And if we have to feed 9+ billion people by the end of by 2050, we would require um, additional 15% increase in the water usage or water withdrawal of fresh water. Now, if we look at the different regions, obviously Europe uses lesser water in agriculture, more in industry and household purposes. And if we go to actually South Asia region, is the one which consumes most water in agriculture, which is 91.2%. I'm sure you are able to see my moving screen.
Yes, yes, we can
Okay,
see.
great, great. So if we look at freshwater usage, um, as I said, Europe uses the least because they are using more water for industry and household consumption. But if we look at other regions, they are using significantly high, around 70% plus in the agriculture sector. Highest is in South Asia, 91.2%, and zero point 0.2 notches higher is the Indo-Gangetic plain. So if we go to Indo-Gangetic plain, the water usage, fresh water usage for agriculture is 91.4%. So we are saying that if we have to reverse this by um, by enhancing the water use efficiency, we can't do it only through the trained agriculture and agricultural engineering professionals who have been trained in the universities. We have to expand our area or our human resources much beyond that. And that can happen only when we are able to identify a large number of youth in the rural areas. So in contrast, if we see the rural women unemployment has increased from 21 per thousand to 31 per thousand in last 10 years. And if we look at rural men unemployment, which has increased from 30 to 37 per thousand. This is the Center for um, Monitoring Employment in India. Now, this is the trend of rural employment in the recent times. So it was 4% in 2021, fluctuating numbers. 22-23, it came down to 3.2. But if we look at the most recent figures in June 24, the rural employment rates have gone up to 9.3% from the previous month, which is May 24, of 6.3%. Means from this slide, I want to give an impression that even if rural unemployment is fluctuating, it is still significant. And we need to tackle that for the larger level national development, where we can engage these rural youth into work. Now, my own experience of working with large number of youth across India means I have been involved in youth entrepreneurship development and employability enhancement programs. And I led a program which has trained and placed more than 250,000 youth in India. But they are into different other sectors. Actually, they have moved from rural areas to urban areas to do IT, computers, and this and that. And that's where I realized while I was leading this program, I realized that are we doing the right things? Are we getting more Dr. Chandrasekhars from USA to India or from the cities of India to the rural areas back? We were not. Actually, we were doing the reverse. And I completely endorse the point which Dr. Chandrasekhar made earlier, that apart from roti, kapla, and makan, we do need dignity, which is very important, particularly for the farmers or those who are underprivileged. So when we look at that, I started talking to lot many youth in the rural areas, and consistently across means I must have traveled to 100 plus locations and talked to these group of youth, both girls and boys, wanted to find a reason why they want to go away from agriculture. So they said, we have studied, now we have done our studies, we don't have any jobs, appropriate jobs here, and therefore we are migrating to urban areas. The rural distress obviously is another reason for migration of youth to urban areas. But all combined, the net effect was that net effect is rather that there are much lesser youth inclined to get involved in agriculture. So it is a rare uh, occasion we see people moving from the urban areas back to rural areas and adopting agriculture after doing their higher education and so on. That's not going to resolve the issue of 91.4% water being used for irrigation and crop production in the Indo-Gangetic plains now, or Indo-Gangetic region. So this requires our youth to be, rural youth, to be trained and then work on different issues as entrepreneurs. Now, what I found in terms of answer from these youth was that, sir, we don't want to continue in agriculture because it is not smart. And in all those 100 plus places, I conducted a brief half-day workshop with them and asked them, gave them a sheet of paper and pen. And I said, write, what do you mean by smart? So means yesterday we heard Dr. Sodi or somebody else was talking about smart as specific, measurable, and so time bound and so on and so forth. But this is not that smart. So when these youth came up, the consistent response was smart for them meant that they want interaction with the external world. They wanted to have uh, gadgets and new technology available to them, and they wanted to get involved um, in the work which could give them quick money. Now, ethically or means value wise, it may not be the best thing, but the reality is that this is what the youth want, including this quick money part of it. Now, that is possible only when, I mean, all these three things together are possible
Your
only when
slide is not moving. Either you are on the same slide.
I'm on the same slide.
Okay.
Uh, so they needed that entrepreneurial um, mindset where they know that what they are doing will also help them get significant amount of money, which will give them some level of dignity. And that's where they learn innovation, that's where they learn how to uh, raise more money, how to bring new ideas and convert that into money, how to enhance productivity and production and reduce the costs. So those basic lessons help them develop. Now, apart from this, they also need to understand the larger global trends, and therefore, it was important. If it is important when we are talking about saving water or enhancing water use efficiency, that we connect with movements like or campaigns like UN World Water Day. Now, for example, and which is connected with the UN Sustainable Development Goal 6, which is water and sanitation for all by 2030. Uh, uh, it is unfortunate that many of our uh, educated people and scientific community is not aware about what is happening globally under the Sustainable Development Goals related work. Um, and therefore, it is more important for these rural youth to know the larger context in which we are working. They also need to, know that a significant contribution could be made by any single individual as well, not just individuals, not just families, not just companies or governments, but each single individual. And that's where rural youth of the country can play a significant role. Now, for this, it is important that um, the uh, the youth development strategies of the country are aligned with the requirements of water conservation and water use efficiency as well. Means apart from various other things, when we are saying that water use efficiency is a major goal to achieve, if our youth or if our rural communities, if our farmers are not aware of it, how will they do it? And within that, I'm saying that mobilize rural youth because they love technology, they want to work as entrepreneurs, they want to really see that there are significant gains from the agriculture, and so on. So um, uh, that's where we are saying that these initiatives related to water use efficiency could create sustained long-term economic opportunities for the youth. And that's where we need to hit at if we want to really achieve these targets. Now, if we look at youth development per se, um, it is promoting them for greater civic engagement and ensuring their economic empowerment. It is about encouraging these young people to get involved and participate in their own communities, their own agriculture, their own farms, and become very active citizens for promoting larger healthy democracy. It is also important to support youth entrepreneurship, therefore, and innovations can create new economic opportunities and drive economic growth in the country through that process. So, if we want to see that how water and youth development are connected, there are 4 or 5 means. These are all known to all of you, but I thought it is important to highlight that if we want to really tackle the crisis related with water, not just in Indo-Gangetic plain but globally, the underlying causes like climate change need to be addressed, and there's a need to implement integrated water resource management strategies, which would include not just conservation measures but also improving water infrastructure and management, addressing pollution and promoting sustainable water use practices, and investing in climate resilient measures. So, youth of the country can play a very active role in all these 4 areas and many other related areas by through their green entrepreneurship, as I'm calling, or green jobs. So these green entrepreneurship are essentially around ecology and environment. And since water plays an important role in ecological diversity, and larger environmental issues, it is important for some of them to be experts on this and use it to earn their livelihood in the rural areas. So, if we look at uh, engagement of these rural youth, why it is important? Why it is important is because if we want to improve the water use efficiency and water quality, they are more open to using new technologies. So there'll be very rarest of rare Dr. Chandrasekhars who would be using new technologies for change. But normally, if we see the older generation is not so used to or not so open to using the new technology, and therefore youth are important, youth are vital. Youth are more inclined to take up their livelihood related with agriculture if it is smart, and smart is something which I have explained to you in the beginning. It includes, for them, it means interaction and exposure to the external world. It means use of technology. It means significant income and quick gains. So if we want to achieve this, we have to use the entrepreneurial route. Now, there are areas for entrepreneurship. One is obviously in the area of efficient irrigation practices. Yesterday, we heard quite a lot about that. Automation, including micro irrigation, water saving, various other water saving techniques like mulching and so on. Um, so, um, so that's one area. The second area is water conservation and management, which is around rainwater harvesting and watershed management. So, those areas are very, very important, and this is something where we have worked with a large number of youth in the state of Chhattisgarh, and in one of the programs in West Bengal, where rural youth have been trained on even GIS based technologies for watershed management, where they are able to use those technologies at the local level and uh, and develop a very good designs and implementation programs for watershed management, rainwater harvesting, and so on. Water quality monitoring and improvement is another area where water quality testing, promoting sanitation, and reducing agricultural runoffs are the areas which are important. And the fourth area of entrepreneurship is technological solutions. So in this, one of the more common ones is use of mobile apps and other technologies to provide farmers the real-time information, which was discussed yesterday in the webinar on water, on weather, on soil moisture, and irrigation scheduling. The other area is exploring and promoting the use of innovative technologies for water purification and conservation, and using GIS-based technologies for watershed management and related work. So these are the areas which we need to work on. And right now I'm involved in designing, or it is being discussed with the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, where I am leading a process of designing a large program to train and develop 25 lakh rural young entrepreneurs who will be called green entrepreneurs, and they will be immediately working on fodder shortage issue, but they will also get associated with the issues of water, ecology, ecological diversity, and environmental conservation. So the simple calculation for this 25 lakhs is, on an average, we are talking about roughly 10 youth from each panchayat of India. The whole design has been done agroclimatic zone wise. So we are initiating the program in 15 agroclimatic zones, which were defined by Planning Commission of India at one point of time. Then moving to 173 micro agroclimatic zones, which have been defined by NAP and ICAR. So that's what the whole idea is. And we will be going panchayat wise, because without recognizing the constitutional governance unit of our country, it is difficult to expand our work beyond a point. And therefore, we are talking about 250,000 panchayats multiplied by 10 will give us 25 lakh young green entrepreneurs. So that's what the idea is. I thought it is important to share with the larger scientific community that while innovations in technology and other things are important, ideas like regenerative agriculture is important. It's also important to see who will drive this entire thing. And that's where the green entrepreneurs come in place. So that is all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ravi. It's an excellent topic, the way you put it. I think you can stop sharing so we can see your face also. Good.
Sure.
I think from my experience, I've seen the villages in Maharashtra, a lot of youth looking for a job, and you put a correct point that I think the rural development youth in employment is the most important. And I think I will now let the questions to come from others. Can you stop sharing, please?
Please unshare.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Chandrashekar ji.
Okay. Yes, that was a really wonderful presentation. I imagine Dr. Ravi Pratap Singh was speaking from Sri Lanka.
Yes.
My question is, we heard that Sri Lanka has gone, organic, and they faced a lot of problems. So the food shortage was rampant, and then there were big problems. I think they came back to, they altered their policy once again. Now, the regenerative method of farming can be a very important answer to attract youth in agriculture, because this is what we have found out in Marathwada and Vidarbha region. Now, even though SRT was born in high rainfall Konkan region, the biggest growth of SRT and acceptance by the farmers is in Marathwada and Vidarbha region. There the youth is attracted. So, and if we want the food production to become easy, we need to go to regenerative method of farming. And a regenerative method of farming will attract use of herbicides, a appropriate protocol of using herbicides. Now, do you think Sri Lanka will like to invite regenerative agriculture which needs use of herbicides? So my question is whether Sri Lankan government, Sri Lankan policy will permit use of herbicides in their agriculture.
Shall I respond now?
Yeah,
as
please,
the question?
please.
Okay,
Please.
okay. So as far as Sri Lankan crisis of agriculture, because they wanted to adopt the organic agriculture and wanted to convert it into organic country, first organic country of the world, failed because of the Tughlaqi Farman. I understand you all understand this. Because the president overnight wanted to convert this country into, coming from the military background, wanted to convert this into organic country. So that's where the failure was. But as I understand the agriculture community here or the scientific community here, they will be very happy to adopt the regenerative agricultural practices and use them. But they are developing a longer term plan now as to how we do it. I'll definitely, whenever there are opportunities, I'll share about these things, and I'll share about your work and various other works which are happening in India, which they can benefit from.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to call upon Rajesh Burkude.
Yes, sir. I have no question per se, but just a comment to make. This
Make it short. Make it short, so more people can ask questions.
So this engaging 25 lakh entrepreneurs is a good idea, because in many cases what we observe is the policies are percolating from top to bottom, but there is hardly anybody ready to implement. Now, by developing skilled manpower of 25 lakhs is a good idea, and implementation is missing, and this is what I see in next future. Wherever we have implementation, definitely projects are going to run through. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other person who has any questions? Can you raise your hand? It's easy to manage. Professor Gajen Singh, you want to say something? In between, we can have Madam Smita Solanki. Madam Smita Solanki, you can ask your question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. My question is.
Yeah, go ahead.
My question is regarding, sir, that permanent bed made for the mechanization. So, are they opening that furrow for every year? Then, second question is regarding the weed management. How they're going for the weed management once in that complete season? Are they using that weedicide or decomposer and application of NPK to the soil? Because for the permanent bed, for the porosity, aeration, infiltration, how all these things are managed in the permanent bed, sir? Because it's a badly needed, it's a good technology for the Marathwada region, sir. Because it reduces 35% cost of operation. So major problem is in the seedbed preparation, then the pesticide application and weed management. So this practice, if you want to adopt, you want to know the SOPs. And have you some areas you have adopted in the Marathwada region, sir?
Chandrasekhar, you can reply.
Yeah, okay. Yes, madam, I will get your contact details and give you all the answers in detail. We have a list of farmers and we are working very closely with the SAOs of the region. In fact, I visited that region just recently and we have list of farmers. How do we manage the permanent raised bed? We use a protocol of weedicides, permanent general purpose systemic weedicide and selective weedicides, pre-emergence and post-emergence. And it is working out really well, especially in Marathwada for crops like cotton. And it is helping the farmers in big time. And the young farmer youth is attracted to it. They're giving a great response. The number of farmers increasing in adoption of SRT in Marathwada region is few times more than what it is accepted in the Konkan region. So we will talk about it rather than taking time of everybody else. I will take the details. And
Shekhar, as I mentioned earlier with Indramani, Professor Solanki is the right person. She is the one who has been working with a small farm mechanization, animal drone, starting from that one and many things.
Yes.
So I think it will be a good contact to promote your regenerative agriculture.
I have, Dr. Smita, I have asked Avari, and we will invite Chandrashekar ji here. And with the help of this JDA and all, we will see that what all he has done and how we can join hand to, popularize it more, and we can have our own on our own farm, a kind of experimentation which we can show the farmers. So it's nice that this discussion has taken place, and Dr. Chandrashekar, very soon we want to see. We invite you to our university campus and show you other works which we are doing, and discuss on SRT also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I actually I want to make a note. Chandrasekhar, I was actually called me from Sharad Patel's house a couple of months back, because they're doing for ASPE also SRT for last 1 year. That's how I met him. So now there are two questions I have to Harminder Singh Sidhu, first one. Next is Praveen. Please ask your question. Harminder?
Yeah, I have a question for Shekhar ji. I have seen crop on SRT rice crop, and now he's talking about cotton. And have they tried any other crop other than rice and cotton?
Yes, there are about 25 different crops which we have. The farmers around all around Maharashtra, 8 agroclimatic zones, they are already using SRT. Also, we have a chatbot now, which is available on the smartphone. That chatbot is available in Marathi, Hindi, and English for 18 different crops. Now, 7 crops for Hindi and English, but 18 crops in Marathi. 20 crops in Marathi. But all the pulses, cotton, jowar, bajra, groundnut, onion, garlic, and cotton, it's doing fantastic for all the crops. The farmer becomes happy, the soil becomes happy, the crop production, cost of production is reduced by 30-40%, and the productivity is going up by 25, 30, 50%.
Thank you. Dr. Praveen?
Yes, sir. I have no query, but I would like to give some my inputs in the questions asked by Dr. Solanki madam. And really, the SRT is successful in Marathwada area. But in Konkan area, there is a rainfall is greater than 2,500 millimeter. And in Aurangabad area, the rainfall is around 500 millimeter. In that condition, in both condition, the SRT is successful. But benefits is in a different way, sir. I would like to give in Marathwada area what's happened. Because of the low rainfall area, there is a precipitation of calcium carbonate is more. Nobody can think regarding the CAMG ratio in respect of the soil aggregation. Day by day, the calcium magnesium ratio is, everybody talk on organic carbon, but nobody till today talk on calcium magnesium ratio. If we see the degraded soil, the calcium magnesium ratio is less than 1, sir. If we see those soils are going to degraded, and that are the development of the subsurface sodicity. If we see that the calcium magnesium ratio is less than 1, if the good till soil, the calcium magnesium is ratio is greater than 2 or maybe up to 4. That is the most important ratio for the soil aggregation. What happened? Why SRT is successful in Marathwada area? Because of the more time required to infiltrate the water in soil. And that's why the evaporative demand of that soil is fulfillment in summer season, sir. That is and that's why it reduces the loss of calcium ion from soil. And that's why the aggregation is still constant under SRT. In that direction, the SRT is successful in Marathwada area. Same thing in what happened in Konkan area, there is a increasing the biomass. In Marathwada also increasing the biomass, but the oxidation rate of the soils is very high in Marathwada area. But this oxidation rate is reduced in Konkan area, and that's why these SRT work in different direction. And in Marathwada, SRT is successful in different direction. It here maintain the calcium magnesium ratio because the
Thank you.
evaporative demand of the soil is fulfilled.
Thank you.
Uh,
I have
uh,
another question. Venkat Rao, please.
So, good evening, sir. Thank you for permitting me on this forum. My name is Venkat Rao. I am the soldier of Chandrashekar Badsavle ji. Okay, the machine which was developed, what he was talking about, was done by me, and with the support and whatever the guidance by the Chandrasekhar ji. I'm really great. Means I was in Navy. I'm totally from the blue waters. Suddenly came into this green field. Okay, so what happened here is, so my father was an agriculture officer. Other than that, I got no connection with agriculture at all. But what we used is only a simple brain, simple engineering. What
Thank
can
you.
solve the problem? That is what we followed in that. But when I went to Chandrasekhar ji's firm and all seen, but I'm not a soil scientist or anything. But before that itself, I started working on something. I've been going through the books. I wanted to do something in the farming sector. 30 years, I got bored in doing the defense sector. So we started to make something to make the people to live. So in this case, when I was talking about to take this to the zero tillage, the mission developed was for the horticulture. I was knowing only if you stop cutting, at least we can stop tillage in the horticulture. That is what we can do some contribution. But suddenly I learned Chandrasekhar ji has come and then he taught me a lot about the agriculture. Now we developed this machine, and I think
Okay.
probably the cost of operation in the both the missions has been brought down as low as to the 10 rupees per hour. That is one thing.
Okay.
Second is the ease of operation is too good. Means basically a 12 years girl to 70 years old man, anyone can use it. That is the beauty of it. And third is that when we were talking about the last presentation, there was something was going on about the pulling back the youth or anybody into the agriculture and all this. That happens only when there is a ease of doing thing and the revenue model is good. These are the two things which will allow the people to come into any sector. Let it be, if they don't want to do hard work, and money should be good. This is the fundamental nature of any human being. I think in this, what we could do, contribute is do the ease of doing thing. And second thing is that when we were calculating, same thing I requested here a local KVK, Krishi Vijnana Kendra, and we implemented the SRT technique first time in a paddy zone of Karimnagar, which is the highest paddy producing district in India. Surprisingly, we have started getting a good result, and there is a huge demand coming from the farmers. And when recently we deployed this model in a local exhibition at Hyderabad, now I am receiving so many calls from the youth because they are seeing
Okay.
something ease of doing things. They need not to depend on the labor. So
Thank you.
lot many things are
Thank,
allowing the people to get in. This I am the practically I am
thank
seeing
you.
the result of SRT. Okay,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Please,
Thank you.
you
I will
prepare
request
yourself.
Dr. Ganjan Singh to close
Yes, sir.
with the
Okay.
closing comments. Yeah.
Yeah. Sayyad,
Yes.
I think the Venkat Rao can make a presentation in one of these 10,
Yes.
15 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay.
I will contact him. Dr. Indramani,
Yes, let
you
us
can,
close. Let
yeah,
us close.
please.
Actually,
Yeah.
both the presentation were really wonderful. One was totally practical, other was based on future planning and training 25 lakh youth. And really youth is power, and agriculture must spread to and youth must get attracted towards agriculture. But yeah, putting the things on ground is real challenge, which was suggested by one of our friend who commented. So all the ideas are really wonderful, and one thing is came out that we will have Chandrashekar ji here in our university, and we will see that how this SRT can be taken to more number of farmers. And then thank you very much, Dr. Solanki, for your question. We will have Chandrashekar ji here. I will have more discussion. And with this, we closed this meeting. It was a wonderful evening and very good discussion. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank all of you for joining this program. Please join next
Thank
week,
you.
next week, Friday also. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
எனக்கு நடுப்புற போயிருச்சுங்களா?